This week on Mile High Movie Reviews, we just got done grounding some parsley. And I got to pick the movie this week.
Yeah.
And I picked Reanimator. Because I've never seen it, and he saw a quarter of it.
And I saw that like a long fucking time ago, so I didn't really remember much. And I think because he brought to light to me there was more than one Reanimator. I think I saw like The Bride of Reanimator.
There's The Bride, there's like 2, 3.
Yeah, I could have saw another one because I never saw any of this one. What would you say the genre specification of this movie was?
I think at the time it was purely supposed to be horror, like, at the time, because that's what it was made for. But I think now, in retrospect, it's such a cult classic amongst, like, horror fans, like, monster movie people, that it's kind of become a comedy.
Well, I mean,
like,
I'm not saying what you think other people think. I'm saying what do you think? Because
as it is now or as it was originally made?
As it is now, as you watched it for the first time. Because as I watched it for the first time, I looked at it as a comedy because I'm not only a comedy, obviously it was a thriller, but like there was clear like the first scene.
There was overacting. Like
no, that's not. It's like that was pure comedy. Like the first scene, a man dies, his fucking eyes explode out of his face. And then the doctor goes up to him and he feels his neck. He's like, yep, he's dead. It's like, really? No fucking shit.
No, there was a little more than just eyes popping out. He was hemorrhaging from his mouth, his ears, his eyes, his nose. He was just, like, drenched in his own blood. Falls over, and the doctor has the nerve to walk over and be like...
Yeah, because the doctor's fucking smart.
Yeah, just like the other doctors.
That's why I think it's a comedy.
That's the theme, is smart doctors in this one.
Smart
doctors. So, to give a basic rundown, there's it's the main character. It's the main character, Herbert West. And he has a knack for bringing people back to life. Poorly.
He's a reanimator.
He reanimated all of them.
By all of them, he means there's a lot of... He actually did not. No. He did not reanimate at all of them. He reanimated a couple.
Most.
And then, no. At the very end,
you're not wrong.
At the very end, it shows that he really wasn't that bad of a person. In the beginning, it makes him seem like a very skeptical, sketchy motherfucker.
Yeah, well, the reason why people thought he was sketchy was well-deserved. Because
Yeah,
we all know he didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no problem with that. So, who would you say your favorite person in this film was?
It would have to be, there's like a professor about a quarter of the way through. There's really uppity professor / a scientist.
Yes. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name. He was important, but...
He was like the head dude there. He got...
Was that pun intended?
Maybe.
You'll have to watch to see.
He got many awards. He had that sick invention. He invented a laser.
Yeah, he invented that laser himself, but he stole most of his
from Gruber.
Hans Gruber, which may also be the same person from Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was German.
Yeah, both German.
That's all you need.
That's it.
There's only one Gruber.
Gruber. No, Die Hard shows there's plenty of Grubers.
But yeah, he's my favorite character just because, and fuck it, it's spoilers. It came out in '85. Deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to give away the ending, but we'll give you some shit.
That ending.
Don't give away the ending.
The reason I like him is because about in the last act of it, or maybe like the last third of it, he gets reanimated. He gets his head chopped off by the main character, and he brings him back to life. Except he's the only one that's smart. And
yeah, he's for some reason a smart reanimator.
And just every scene he's in is fucking comedy gold. Like,
it really is.
Oh my god,
it really is.
There's this scene where he's trying to sneak, severed head. He can't get it back on. He's trying to sneak past a guard, and he straight up goes fucking Scooby-Doo on him. Puts on the doctor's outfit, puts his head in a bowling ball bag, and puts a mannequin's head on his shoulders, and just mosey on right by.
And his ear even falls off, and the security guard's like, "You okay?"
He just mumbled.
Oh, okay.
Break time. And what was the other thing? His body's stumbling around the office trying to get medical supplies, and the head is like severed on the table, just going, it's one of those days.
You gotta do it.
But since none of them really had like an outstanding personality that really caught me, I want to go with him just because he was awesome.
See, I liked him a lot, but I think the main character, Herbert West, was my favorite character because he did have an outstanding. His first scene is like he's a psychopath.
Yeah, they make him look like a cold, fucking just dead-eyed.
Yeah, and then he gets an apartment with his like I guess you could say co-worker, his lab partner, and he ran up the bed like I need the basement. Ooh, this is a nice basement.
This looks perfect.
Perfect. Ooh, I like that.
Cobwebs and shit.
Yeah, and his partner's girlfriend's like, what the fuck is wrong with this
He
guy?
never comes out of his room. He's so creepy.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. He just wants to be in his room. He moved in for like a day.
Yeah, it was literally like implying that it was one day. And she's like, we can't have sex anymore. This is fucked.
It's like, well, yeah.
Sorry.
So that's your favorite? Because I think this is going to...
I think he is because there's a lot of scenes with him in it that are very comedic and very
he definitely has a...
terrifying.
Yeah, he has definitely a character personality. Like,
He has a, what personality?
like a character. Like, this guy is going to stand out just because of the way he talks and the way he motions.
Yeah.
But I would like to take the metaphorical segue into our least favorite character. I think we share who the least character is.
I'm not quite sure. Do we? Who's your least favorite character?
I'm going to have to say the girlfriend of the whole show.
Oh man. See, I did agree with you until the scene where she was being taken captive and your favorite character was being a psychopath on her.
Yeah.
Because that creeped me out. I was like, that's actually really like if you're thinking about it, like not like the visual aspects of it, because the visual aspects are
What he
80s.
was doing?
Well, like what he was doing was really like the concept of it was an actual creepy fucking thing, and that's what I look at the movies. Like, obviously it's the 80s, they can't get things perfectly right to look right, but like think about what the fuck is going on. It's really fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but you can't really alleviate her character just because she was a victim at that point.
Well, I mean, I was thinking now more towards my least favorite character. I know is one of your like not favorite characters, but one of your more
Please don't,
happy characters.
don't fucking tell me.
It is. It's the security guard.
Oh god, the
Because-
security guard.
Because he's so pointless. Every time he comes in
He's
and
so
someone's dying, he's just like, "What happened? Tell me what happened." They're like,
He's
"Oh,
the-
nothing."
he's
and
the
he's like, "Oh, I'm
worst.
And like at the end, like dead bodies are flying out of the door. And he's like, "Oh, I ain't got
He's just,
time for this
he's just
shit.
like, fuck this.
that.
Packs away his
Please."
gun and just bolts down the hallway.
Yeah.
Side note, this security guard, his desk is in the middle of the hallway. Like, it's
Like
not a
literally,
hallway.
it's a hospital hallway, and they're just like, "Oh, time to go down to the morgue," and there's just a desk in the middle of the hallway, and leaves just enough room for things to go by. He's like, "Oh, this isn't inconvenient at all."
And like, you can tell it's worn in. Like, he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
But why do you hate him?
I'm just the morgue security guard from the 80s because a lot of people come into the morgue and do weird shit.
I'm just the only guy with a pistol. I better not use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Is that the only gun in the
No,
whole
there's a
movie?
Luger in the beginning.
Was it his?
No. In the very, very, very beginning. Remember when they're opening the door to find Gruber?
Oh.
That those two like doctor like cop Nazis, whatever they were,
Cap Nancy's.
camp Nazis. They're like, nah, let's open this door. And one of them had a fucking baton, the other one had the Luger, and those are the only two guns.
You would think a movie based around zombies coming back and shit that there'd be a little bit more weaponry. But it was like a bat and the needles, and that's it.
A few razors.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, and that sick ass bone saw that wasn't used for bone saw purposes.
yeah, that was really that's a
It
fucking
didn't
dope
cut.
scene.
It didn't cut bone. It just went
No, it cut bone.
right through.
When I was gonna say you might as well say right through him because if you do this motion, everyone's gonna think that he got a bone saw up the ass.
Yeah, he went right through.
Yeah, it went through it, not up his ass.
To be fair, you see...
Either way, if it went up his ass, I would recommend you watch that scene specifically.
Yeah, you see it stick behind him.
Yeah.
You don't know where. It's
Dun dun. Well, until it comes out of his stomach.
Continue.
Alright. I have an itchy foot, so I'm going to seg away to that and say, what would you say your favorite part of the film is? Like, you're either your most terrifying or your most comedic or both.
The Scooby-Doo part had me in tears almost.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh my fucking god! Like,
sliding through.
Don't mind me. Just
that was really fucking
or,
funny.
If I can't use that, I'm gonna have to go for the cat puppet.
That was my favorite part of the film. The whole scene with the fight and everything.
In the first quarter, you're like, where'd the cat go? Where'd the cat go? And spoiler alert. The cat
he killed.
said
the cat's dead. The cat's dead.
He says he found it.
He may not have killed it. Who knows what really happened? But the cat ends up in his fridge. Dead. Yeah, and so they're like, you know, he's a fucking weirdo, and he takes the dead cat and he fucking Reanimator it, and it comes to life, and he's attacking it in the basement. There's this huge scene.
You don't know that's what happened at first. The other main character just runs down the stairs, and he's got like this cat thing velcro to the back of his shirt, just going nuts around his laboratory. But the part that I'm talking about, it's very specific. They're like, "Where's the cat?"
Oh, see, I like that whole thing. That was all.
They beat the shit out of everything.
That was your favorite part?
No.
Oh.
It's after they beat the shit out of everything in their room, they trash everything. You clearly see somebody just hold up.
Oh yeah!
Hold up.
He's chasing the guy.
It's just a cat puppet on somebody's hand. It goes. That's the whole scene. Like they even like really make it dim lighted so you can't see like the fucking skin. Oh my fucking god.
That was such a fucking... Just that whole scene in general was so fucking awesome.
That could have been intentional. It could have been. It's too perfect.
That's why I was saying, like, unless it was, like, supposed to be, like, a comedy movie, fucking... It did its job, because there was a lot of parts that made me laugh. That's why I said it's a comedy fucking thriller. Like, this is just... It's too funny.
It's funny for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I'm glad we had the same part. That makes me really fucking excited. What is your least favorite part of the film?
There was a lot of exposition. A lot of exposition or whatever storyline brought behind like the doctor plagiarizing.
Yeah.
That at no point made any critical impact on the story. It was just him like insulting him about maybe halfway through. That's it.
Well, no, because that doctor is your favorite character.
Yeah, but it's like
you just don't like it because my favorite character is making fun of your favorite character for stealing fucking awesome content.
No, he even stopped like halfway through. Like the insults stopped as soon as he, spoiler, shuffled him.
Well, yeah, no shit, it stopped because he killed him.
You're not wrong.
Why is he's gonna chase the dead body and be like,
it's like,
hey dickhead, you stole the formula.
Like if the story was about him like going to court for plagiarism, I'd say yeah, that's super relevant. But it was just him being like, nah, you copied shit, you're lame, dick.
He's an asshole. That's the whole point of the fucking...
I don't know, it seems like they kept bouncing back to that backstory for no real reason.
I don't know.
What about you?
I would say, personally, after fucking, they reanimate the cat, and that shit happens, and he shows his partner that, like, this is going on, like, fucking, I can bring the dead back to life. They go to the morgue, and they bring a dead body back to life, and I like that part. That part was all cool.
Oh, God.
But the like, zombie, I guess you could consider it, kills a person. That person is dead. And for some fucking reason, they're scientists, and they're both like,
we should do it again!
That we just brought that person to life, and he became a huge monster. But he killed this person. Let's bring him to life. You know what? This is a good idea.
Not to mention, while they go back into a morgue and screen bodies of what would be a better specimen to bring back to life. And despite the cat trying to kill the other guy, they thought it was a great idea to find the freshest, like, ripped, like, 6'8"
The biggest body.
gargantuan dude. And they're like, yeah, let's bring him back to life. Fuck it. This is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And gets up, trashes shit.
It was just, I don't know, that just bothered me because I was like, that, it was,
Well,
it
it's something
was
that's-
unnecessary.
it's-
Especially because the person that they reanimated stays alive and they lobotomize him. So it's like, basically, we kill him off again because he's such a useless fucking character.
Yeah, that part was stupid.
That
Like,
it was really,
It's like
really
they
stupid.
made this big tragic ordeal, like, he got lobotomized. It's like, he's a fucking zombie. He's been a zombie for 3 days.
Yep.
Who cares?
Yeah. It literally didn't fucking matter. So, besides that, do you think there was any plot holes in the film? Did you see any plot holes?
Sort of to a degree. Like, they have this notion once the smart zombie's back, he has the idea to inject himself with more of that shit
Yeah.
before they blood him up.
Yeah.
So that would imply either A, it makes him either more
Stronger.
conscious,
Yeah.
stronger, it gives tons of beneficial effects, right?
So yeah, I agree completely to that.
It gives it's unanimously great for the first 90% of the fucking movie, and at
Yeah.
the very end, he gets fucking
More
ganked.
needles.
Yeah, he gets overdosed where it's 2 full needles into his back, and he just kind of like dies from it.
Seizes out. He's like,
Yeah, it's like no.
That would
No.
technically make him more stronger, like more conscious,
Yeah.
because you're bringing him back to life slowly with that serum.
I mean,
It just didn't make sense.
the plot can turn the fucking thing into Diet Coke for all it wants. You should stay.
keep it. Yeah, it should
stay.
keep the concept. You can't bring another fucking serum in that's like all
Like a
right.
red one.
Yeah, exactly. But it was the same one. It wasn't like
It's
anything
it's,
different. He's like, I created a new one. No, it's the same serum that brings people back to life or animals or
We're just gonna
whatever.
give you more of it because
It'll reanimate an you. No, it doesn't work that way. See,
I think there's a lot of plot holes in this movie.
there was, but we're talking about big ones, like specifics. They can find their own. Fucking, we're only giving you like 25% of the film. You can figure out the 75%.
Yeah, if you're in the mood for like a really, really B-rated cult horror movie,
And
watch
comedy.
this.
If you want to laugh, it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
If you want to be like, that's 80s, all right.
Yeah. Yes. There's so many scenes where the makeup of it is just amazing because it's just so funny looking. Like,
I really thought it was gonna have that like thing level of gore within the first 5 minutes because you see like definitely
Yeah,
animatronics going nuts on the guy's face. You're like, okay, that's a puppet.
yeah.
It's gonna be like the Blob for the rest of the movie, hopefully. No.
No, but there are a few scenes like that. They really gave the dead bodies their own specifications. Like each dead body was they even went through it when they went through.
Oh, the burned.
They were like the burn victim. This person.
One
is,
guy
has this.
had half his head blown off.
Yeah, exactly. So like they didn't really want it to all be like that. They just wanted like certain gore to come out at once to be like specified.
I did actually appreciate that. You never see a whole lot of zombie movies where like 90% of the zombie cast is
It's all different.
It's all identifiable.
Yes.
It's like, hey, that's that dude. And he's in here now.
Yeah, exactly. Because usually zombies are just like, I have a bullet hole. But the biggest plot hole I saw was right when they reanimate when the main character reanimates the cat. He goes to his co-workers, whatever the fuck his cocksucking name is, and he's like, I got a Visine full of that serum. So how did they get so much of it where they kept using it? And then they that doctor that he kills when he reanimates the doctor, that doctor takes the bottle of serum and somehow he still gets some more serum from this fucking.
Yeah, because in the first time you see it, it's about in a bottle like yay big,
Yes,
half
very,
empty.
Yeah, yes.
And
He's using it on everything.
yeah, he used it on the cat. Well, he's like twice. Like he even joked
3
about.
times.
He joked about it.
3
Like, so he
times.
must have used it a lot.
Yeah.
And then like half hour later or next day in the movie, he's got like a fucking like fanny pack full of it sneaking into the hospital.
Yeah, but it's not full of it. It's that one like syringe thing still, like that one bottle.
Mm.
But when he gets back and he kills that doctor
Yeah.
specifically,
I know.
that doctor gets
it.
Gets it. But then he still has some when he goes to them and he's like, "We'll overdose him." Haha. It's like, how did you? If you had that this whole time, why didn't you overdose him in your house?
And that makes you think like, oh, okay, maybe he made it on his own time. He's a scientist or whatever. Bullshit. He got banned from the hospital like on the same day or the day before. So
yeah, and it's implied that he got it from Hans Gruber.
Yeah, he would have no access to the proper chemicals on his own if he just got banned.
Not at all. Usually, I like to look into movies like really specific, and I like to get to movie props. And this movie was more into the artsy category.
Not makeup.
A lot of makeup. There wasn't really any props. When I looked up props online, there was some for future films, which don't matter because it's not this film. And the only one on Amazon was it was a clipboard, like a storyboard of art, and it's not really a prop. It's not used in it. But if you want the price, it was $1,700. So I mean,
now that I think about it, there's only like 2 sets in that whole movie.
yeah. The hospital,
the hallway, the morgue, and the hospital, and the house.
Yeah,
that is cheap.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It was an 84 movie.
85, I think.
85, I think you're right.
Smack dab in the middle.
Yep. So, would you recommend it? Would you like rewatch it?
I'd recommend it as like for just you want. Funny.
Yeah, definitely comedy. I agree there.
Take
really
a gander at it. Some of the scenes are fucking just pinnacle funny.
Especially if you're baked.
But even without that.
Well, yeah, no, even without that. I'm just saying. I was just throwing it out there. I know some people do and some people don't. So I'm saying if you are.
If you are, watch that movie. If you're watching that movie, do that.
It's the same.
It's a cross up.
It's a good. It's like bacon and eggs. It's like
bacon and reanimated murders.
It's like bacon and murdering eggs. It's like sausage and sex on the beach. Who doesn't like eating a piece of sausage while having sex on the beach?
Not me.
I guess we'll go back to bacon.
Yeah.
So would you rewatch it? Or would you...
I recommend it for one watch.
For one watch?
Like, if I had told somebody, like, just take a look at it.
Just
Don't expect much.
Yeah, no, it's not like... It's not fucking... Something it's considered a horror, so if you're looking at it as a horror, you're not going to be scared. You're going to be laughing. So
you're
just
not
watch it as a comedy. Like...
Would I recommend it? Or would I rather rewatch it?
Yeah, would you rewatch it? No?
No.
You wouldn't rewatch it?
I feel that one watch is enough. So you like the intro?
Oh, I love the intro. I love the whole movie. Honestly, I think because it was the first time I've seen it that it had a lot of visual effects, very like artsy form to it. And most movies now aren't really artsy. They're more like green screened and like graphic effects. And I don't mind that. It's nice, but when you really put time and art into it and it looks good, it you know, I would rewatch it, honestly.
It was a nice little tweak to the theme of it, which was a hospital, science, blah, blah, blah. But all the visuals are all like, you know, those diagrams of like the human torso cut down the middle, except it's all Technicolor and shit. It was cool.
It was very cool. I would think about even if, like, I mean, nowadays, I buy movies, but nowadays, yeah, I know, you can kind of tell. But, nowadays, you can find a lot of like special features on YouTube and shit like that, but I personally buy movies for that, for the behind the feature content and like the commentary, and I guarantee this movie's like $5 somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So I would probably, honestly, I personally would buy it because I would rewatch it and I wouldn't mind showing it to some friends.
I think for like $3, yeah, I'd buy it.
That's what I'm saying. So like you can rewatch it and you can see all this extra feature, like how this part was made, or how, like, you know, they took their time into the art of it, because old movies always have that much extra, you know, stuff into it. And usually movies now don't, unless you're like
new movies. You're lucky to get a bloopers reel, shitty deleted scenes.
You never get both of those in the same thing, though. You don't. You don't. Unless you buy the Blu-ray, because it's like, we have everything, and it's not even everything.
Would you like an extra hour's worth of footage? Well, no, if it's just people like eating.
Here's my thing. It's not about the movie we're watching in specific, but about DVDs and Blu-ray. If Anchorman 2 in specific, the whole thing, the DVD, you can buy the DVD or you can buy the Blu-ray, which has all new jokes. Like, is your movie completely throwawayable that you don't need the first part where it has a completely new joke? Where it's a completely different movie. Call it Anchorman 3. Go fuck itself.
See, I'd like when people do that as long as the content they add is better than the original, because then it just feels more fleshed out.
But I just don't see the point in that. If it's like, if you have, like, I understand improvising and, like, comedy and shit like that. Why don't you just throw that all on, like, a outtake reel? Like, show all the outtakes that they say.
I would fucking kill for an outtake reel for Reanimator.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's plenty of things where you could capture it better than just selling it like that.
Yeah, I mean, if they just bit the bullet, it's like, okay, it's not a horror movie, it's a comedy movie. Here's all the bloopers we didn't show until now.
Yeah, because I guarantee there was plenty of scenes where they were in like the cat room where they were fighting. All right, so go beat the shit out of that. All right,
just smashes a boom mic, falls down, and just start laughing.
Like, I guarantee there was plenty of shit like that. So what would you give this movie for a rating?
I can't give it a huge score just because it made me giggle.
But I'm rating it as a comedy. I'm rating it as my own genre specification. I'm not rating it as a horror.
I think just as a general movie, I don't think I can go anything over a 3. I'm going to have to give it like a 2.5, 2.6. Like,
that's fucked.
Yeah, I know. It's brutal.
That is really a brutal fucking review.
Could be worse though.
Yeah, I could say it's 1, but I don't think that. I think because, like I said, the art and everything, I think honestly I would have to say it is over a 3 in my eyes. It's not over a 4, but I'd say like a 3.8. That is it was a good movie to me. For the first time watching it, it had me hooked. Especially that scene I did not expect that with your favorite character and what was going to be my least favorite character.
Yeah. By the way, there was about like 9 different parts there where we were like, I hope they don't do blank. And they did do blank.
Or we would be like, oh, this is happening, and then it happened. So it's very predictable. You're going to be able to know what happened.
Like, it was uncanny. It happened every time.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good.
Except for the ending. I don't want to say it.
No. The ending, I will agree.
The ending is...
It's literally like, alright, so we're setting up a sequel because we know this is going to rock. And it must not...
You're going to watch the ending and then recap everything that you just watched for the past hour and a half and be like, this makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, the doctors... The plot... What I've realized of the movie is the 2 main doctor characters are both fucking mongoloids, even though they're considered smart.
Yeah, they're dumb.
They're dumb.
They're real dumb.
They're dumb. It's like, oh, this cat becomes a terrifying zombie cat. Let's make a human. Oh, this human becomes Hulk. Let's make another human. Let's make a head into a zombie.
Let's make a head into a zombie. Know he's intelligent enough to talk to me, and then just don't care about the rest of them.
You know what? I'm not gonna even say it. Fuck it. That's what we say. 3.8 and a what was it?
I'll give it the 2.6, not the 2.5.
2.6.
Yeah.
That's what we say. I hope you enjoy. What are you shitting yourself? I hope you enjoy.